This is something you've been asking for a long time. It took quite a while to gather these, but I finally found 3 stories that occurred during school lockdowns. The first story takes place on what started as a normal day in calculus class. It was Friday's 7th period, and everyone was excited because the weekend was near and spring break was just around the corner. We didn't have a test that day, unlike many of my friends in other classes, so our teacher decided to make things fun by playing games with us on a quiz website. As we were doing a brand logo quiz, I remember exactly when it happened. Right after my friend answered Adidas, the dean's voice came over the loudspeaker. His tone was urgent and nervous as he announced that this was not a drill and instructed all teachers to initiate a lockdown. Chills ran through me as our usually relaxed teacher suddenly became serious, rushing to turn off the lights and motioning us to gather in the back corner of the room. We sat quietly for a couple of minutes before the buzzing sound from a panel in the room stopped, signaling that the power had been cut. Everyone exchanged uneasy glances, realizing this was serious. Then distant yelling echoed from the hallway, growing louder. A man's voice, filled with rage, screamed threats, making 2 girls in my class start crying. The sounds became closer, accompanied by banging on lockers. The man, clearly unstable, began pounding on our classroom door, shouting for us to open it. Most of the crying girls screamed, adding to the chaos. It felt like an eternity, but eventually the pounding stopped and the man's screams faded as he moved down the hallway. About 10 minutes later, though it felt much longer, the dean's voice returned, explaining the situation. "Then, dear," Sparrow said. According to him, a mentally unstable individual had entered the school and attacked the receptionist, who ran outside screaming. The staff conducted a search of the premises but couldn't locate the man. Later that night, a janitor found him sleeping in a storage closet. Rumors spread that he had a weapon, but by the time police arrived, he was gone.